بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Hello again, welcome to Perspectives. A bit casual. I've realized this is web and I can be chill. And I think I enjoy sitting like this. Can you sit like this?
No.
Why can't you sit like this? Come on, you're a Desi. Why can't you sit like this? You're not a Western. But you can sit like this. But you can't.
I can.
Ah, of course.
Yeah.
You're capable of it.
Yeah, of course. I haven't gained so much of it that I can't sit like
I
this
was
anymore.
not suggesting that, but I was saying Western people can't sit.
Right.
Anyways, I want to talk about stigma of rape today. And I think it's, I picked this line from Barkha Dutt. Yeah, she does a show called We the People on one of those NDTV, I think, NDTV 247. So I watched this last night. She was discussing the Delhi rape case, and she
which has been very eye-catching for the entire global world.
exactly. So I like the phrase she said, the stigma, and I like yeah. So the two aspects of rape. One's the physical, and then the emotional.
Yeah.
Now the physical heals. Yeah? Unless if you've been brutalized, or that's a different discussion. But generally, the physical trauma eventually heals. It's the emotional trauma which just never heals.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to divide the emotional trauma into sections as well. One is that you suffer for yourself.
Okay.
I mean, you've been beaten, abused, raped, violated, whatever, however you were tortured. It does something to you emotionally. You can go to see a psychiatrist, you can eventually, time will heal. And thus the West moves on.
Right.
Eventually.
Right.
Thus you would find Tori Amos sing the song, what's this called? I haven't seen Barbados in a while, but she's talking about how she was raped. And other people come out and say they were molested or raped. And, they eventually move on.
Yeah. And they talk about it.
And they talk about it. But in countries like Asia, East, the victim never moves on because, now I want to make full tree here, the looks that you get, forever.
Yeah.
You will be talked about forever.
Yeah.
You will be ostracized forever. You will probably never get married. You will be seen as like you've been dirtied.
Yeah.
Like there's something gone wrong.
And like I was responsible for it.
Like, I'm not even coming to that right now.
Yeah.
Forget the responsibility.
Yeah.
That is another disaster.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you caused that. What?
Yeah.
How the hell did she cause that to happen?
Because I was dressed up in a way.
Yeah.
And I was inviting for others.
I wish I could flash the finger right now, but I'm not going to do that. But assume it flashed. Ostracized. You're dirtied. You're no good anymore. You will never be acceptable in society. And you will be pushed to the point where Indian and Pakistani cinema since the 70s is telling you if you're raped, your only choice is for you to commit suicide.
Yeah.
There's this Amitabh Jayaprada movie, I've been trying to remember the name, I can't remember. The whole movie revolves on the fact the sister is raped, she hangs herself, dies, Amitabh Bachchan takes revenge. Okay, I don't know.
And they're followed by a lot of other Indian movies.
And Pakistan.
Same theme, yeah.
So, okay, now the words used, deflowered, like the flower has been plucked, right? You're done. Izzat Lurjana. I mean, how do you say it? And your honor has been, you're dishonored.
Yeah.
Okay? Izzat Lurjana is worse, but you're dishonored. Your honor is gone. You're deflowered.
Lost respect.
The few of the phrases I can't remember offhand. But I want to ask this question of men and women. What does an individual's virginity or intercourse, I'm being very, very crass here, so forgive me. Rape is intercourse, right?
Yeah.
The physical trauma, the emotional trauma, that's not a discussion here. But the third degree trauma, which is the society, how is this person, what's wrong with that? Why do you say that this person is tarnished forever? Why are you ostracized? How are you dirtied? Mustafa Khar, may God give him life, he's a good man, was being interviewed, and the interviewer very crassly said, "Oh, you marry so much," and he said, "You know what? You don't have the courage to go and ask the people who have affairs, and you know about that. I'm married. Yes, I'm married 4 times or 3 times or whatever numbers. I marry them. I give them my name. I take care of them. I give my children my name. What's wrong with that?"
Yeah.
If you have the courage, go ask all those people who have these affairs, and the prostitution. Go on. So the thing is, you can have affairs, you can have all the sex that you want, you can have all the legit and illegit sex that you want, but if you're raped,
that's the end for you.
That's the end for you. I want to understand, where did the society come up with this crap? Where did they come up with this crap? And my point, rape, virginity, sexuality is a man's right, but a woman's honor. The man and the mother-in-law, so woman is involved, okay? The man and the mother-in-law have created this whole thing basically to control the social levels, the people, and thus the money you're giving out girls,
Yeah.
like a commodity, thus the nuptial bed sheet. How dare people check a girl's bed sheet if she was a virgin or not? I'd like to see the man being checked for virginity. Why are you doing that? How is the man can do whatever. From the earliest of times in Lucknow, young boys were being sent to the tawaif and the prostitute to learn the ways of life. That was okay, but the girl's nuptial bed was checked if she was virgin or not. Why? So our society has created
mindset.
Has created the mindset which is now coming out to bite them. And please forgive me, and I know I'm going to get backlash for this. Women have done it.
I agree.
Men are jerks. Let's just get men are jerks. Forget them. The women, the mother-in-law, the sister-in-law. Oh, we need to find a virgin girl for our little brother and boy. Why? Why do you have to do that? Why is a woman, because she's been raped, no good for you anymore? What's wrong with her? What has the poor thing done?
I guess it's also because of the concern that what people are going to say about it.
Why are they going to say?
If I'm going to accept someone a girl who has been raped for, say, my brother or my
more
friend,
power to you.
And I'm sure the concern that the parents, or especially the mothers, are going to have is what the people are going to say about
Why?
it.
Is she a slut?
Society.
Is she a whore?
Yeah.
What is she?
That's the whole point.
She's a daughter just like your
The
daughter.
point I was trying to make is, rape happens not because of my acceptance,
Yeah.
or because I agreed to it, but it has been done forcefully.
Yeah, exactly. It's
It's a forceful thing.
now okay. Even if it's a crime, you know what? The whole world lets you move on, even if you've committed a crime. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So why can't we move on? Why can't we undo the damage? Okay, but
Well,
that's
we
not the
will never
discussion.
let-
But that's not the discussion.
Now let's talk about the reaction, the level of acceptance that we have in our society.
Elaborate. I'm not
We
sure what
just
you're saying.
discussed the Western and the Eastern,
Yeah.
the world, and how it has been, how this situation is handled, and how is it different.
Elaborate. Go on.
First, say, recently we've seen this incident in India, and finally
The Delhi one, yeah?
the Delhi one, and even finally the people in Delhi or in India have come out and spoken against it.
It's been politicized.
Sorry.
It's been highly politicized.
Whatever.
But yes,
People still managed to
But
come
yes.
out on the streets.
people
right?
did start to come out. It became dirty eventually. Yes.
Because eventually they've had it crossed the limit
Yes.
for them.
Someone took advantage of
because
it.
even India has had a lot of rape incidents, and finally they realized that this was it. This is all that they could handle. Politicized or not politicized, not my
Someone took
discussion.
advantage of it.
Yeah,
Yes, of course.
that's another thing. When are we going to realize this point?
No, never. Never.
Until this is going to happen in our own houses.
Yeah, India's the same. India's no better, with due respect. You
Right.
know.
No, that's what I'm saying.
this
Same
one-
DNA, same issues.
This case just happened.
At least it happened.
Yeah, and it's not going to happen the next time. It's going
Right.
to happen again. It's not going to happen
Yeah.
the next time, because it's just whatever. I'm not going to marginalize what they're doing, please. But we, okay. See, the reason we can't protest is if God forbid a woman is raped, she will never come out and say it. She has to come out and say it. The society has to stand with her. And before men, women have to stand
That's
with her.
what's keeping her away from coming out and talking about
Exactly.
it.
If we say, you know what, we celebrate your courage. We celebrate your struggle. And the society stands with,
You know,
we the society killer.
I bet there's so many girls out there who have been raped
Or molested.
and who have not even, told anyone about it, and they're still going through that physical and mental torture.
Remember the show's Britain Sexual Molestation?
Right.
It was so difficult to get people to come and talk.
Right.
Why? Because they'd be traumatized.
Right.
Why would they be traumatized? Not that it's not her fault. Why are you ostracizing or traumatizing a victim? This is my biggest problem, and I think this is what I mean when I say the stigma of rape is that the victim is ostracized. Victim becomes guilty. Forget the guilt of, oh, you caused it. That's another guilt. You didn't cause it. You did nothing wrong.
It just happened with me, so that's my guilt.
That's your. What the hell is that?
Right.
I mean, what the hell is that? And this society, this region, this DNA has this massive disease. This needs to be sorted out. Until we can get over this, and again, in the earlier show I had mentioned that, be careful with news because you could become news. Be careful how you deal. May God protect everyone. May all be safe. May every human being be safe from all trauma. I do not wish anyone poorly. But you know what? I could be the next victim.
I've heard a lot of mothers, especially tell their sons about it, that, whatever you do outside, do remember that you have females at home. So it can
You know what? How many mothers tell that?
No, they do. At least I know a few
come
who've
on.
done that. Come on. Let's give credit to those who do. We can't say all females are, responsible for it. There are some intelligent,
2%.
smart ones. There's still 2%.
I salute them, but you know what? That's not good enough.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I correct myself. I salute them, but you know what more they need to do? They need to make it fashionable to say it.
Yeah.
It should be people who don't say it should be ostracized.
Right.
People who make a victim feel bad should be ostracized. It's like you have cancer. Why don't
Let
you
me
say,
mention
yeah?
this. There's another Pakistani drama coming on our channel which shows this rich parents whose son has gone out and raped this very poor
Okay,
family girl, and now the parents are trying to protect the son
right.
from his name coming into that incident.
Right.
What are you trying to depict there?
Well, Fatma Gul, the Turkish player, is doing exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
But I want to see how they end. I want to see how this ends.
Why
I'm not going
would
to
it-
comment right now.
So, for instance, you know someone who committed rape, right? Would you actually go out and say that this guy was responsible and he should be punished? For instance, he was your loved one, say your son or your daughter, or your son, yeah. Would you actually go out?
Even if I don't do it, I'm being very honest here. Nofal.
Yeah.
Even if I don't do it, I will definitely not meet that person again. That'll be the end of my relationship with them.
But here, also to mention, because we're talking about rape, a lot of rape incidents do occur because, either you've refused the guy or you had this
Oh, the
issues.
reasons of rape we'll
Yeah.
discuss separately.
Yeah,
That madness is another discussion.
yeah.
Okay?
Out of revenge, yeah.
Yeah, that madness is. I have a theory for that, by the way. I don't know if we can do this theory here. I'll record it. You're welcome not to. I'll try to put it in a way where the message gets across.
Okay.
Okay. But why rape?
Yeah.
I'll do just about 2 minutes. But yeah, maybe I won't go tell on someone.
But you would still isolate that person from
Oh,
rape.
oh
Yeah.
God.
And we don't do that.
No. That is. People who know who I am, they realize that I am not just
Yeah,
saying
that's what I'm saying. That's how
I
it
mean
should
it.
be. That's how it should
You've
be.
committed a crime.
But how we do
I
it?
don't agree with what you've done. You're not my family. You're not my relative. Sorry. And that's extended
But I don't
family.
know how many of the family.
If my immediate
people-
family, if it's my brother, sister, niece, nephew, they will hear it. And I'll hear it from them. If I do something wrong, my brother, he will call. And he will give me a yelling and screaming. And he might just slap me. And I thank him for that. I'm proud of him for that. If I'm making a mistake, bloody correct me. And if I'm a habitual criminal, ostracize the hell out of me, man. So we have to do that. But again, the stigma of, I'm going to come back to the stigma of rape. We as a society need to start accepting that a rape victim is a victim, not the guilty party, not his or her fault. I'm going to include his as well. Men get raped as well. Not his or her fault. And if, because of trauma, because of a crime, a woman loses her virginity, she's no less than your own daughter or sister. or any other woman.
And don't forget the fact that your daughter or sister might be in that same position.
You know what, this girl is somebody's daughter,
Yeah.
just like you are.
Yeah.
So respect people for who they are. Do not penalize them for what
And do
is
not
their
isolate
mistake.
them from the society. That is just...
And honor them.
Yeah.
Give them strength. Give them courage.
Be the
Stand
support
with them. Be
and
the
not-
support. Stand with them. Don't beat them down,
Yeah.
for God's sake. Get over it. This region, this DNA needs to understand this. And I'm saying this for this whole Indian race. People get upset when I say we are the Indian race.
We are.
The DNA is Indian.
Same.
The whole India, Pakistan, even I don't know how Sri Lanka behaves. I'm not aware of that.
Bangladesh.
But I'm sure a lot of other countries like Malaysia and the Arab world is the same.
It's the same.
They have to get over it. It's not, a woman is not lowered, not dirty. She's got physical trauma. She's got emotional trauma, which is her own emotional trauma. That needs to be dealt with. Don't add to it.
Mm.
Don't give her.
And unfortunately, that's what we do.
That's the worst trauma.
That's what we do.
The ostracization by the society is the worst trauma. And the reason I've done this whole thing is, until you stop doing that, we will never be able to fight crime. We'll never be able to fight the crime of rape.
Mm.
Because of that pressure, she would not come out and talk about it. Until she comes out and talks about it, you cannot catch the criminals and you cannot condemn the act of rape because it doesn't get talked about. It will only get talked about when first-hand victims will come out and say, this happened to me and this is how I fought it. He's the one who did it.
Mm.
That is the only...
He or she is the one to do it is the most toughest part.
Exactly. But that'll happen. The moment a woman or a man, a person knows that when I come out and talk about it, the society will stand with me. I will be supported. I will not be ostracized. Maybe I'll get further advantage.
Yeah.
I might get a better job because somebody would be saying, you know what, she needs more help. Or he needs to be helped. He's going through trauma.
Mm.
Give them more support. They might say, hang on, let me come out with it. And once they start coming out with it, the game will change. Until we do that, the whole media, the whole judicial system, all these lawmakers, it's just hogwash.
Agree.
It's just crap. Don't get mileage. You are doing more damage than anything else. Until mothers start saying, you know what, I want a rape victim for my son. I want a widow for my son. I want a divorcee for my son.
Yeah, we've all spoken about this earlier also, that we do not give acceptance to such people. Like if a girl is widowed, or if she's divorced, or if she's raped.
Divorce is still getting okay.
No, not even that. I mean, still, we still have that mindset. Not okay.
Exactly. If your son is not divorced, a divorced woman is no good.
Not okay.
If your son's divorced, then you're okay with a divorced woman.
Yeah.
Sort of okay. Even then, my son is... So the women have to stand
and
with
even
women.
when you're okay, somewhere in the back of the head, you're not okay, and you will then treat that person accordingly.
Yeah, you are making a compromise.
Yep.
You are going...
But that compromise is not going to last for very long. It will eventually come out.
Anyway, so again, your feedback, comments are important. Please let us know. And maybe I've said a few harsh things. Next, we're going to talk about why the brutality and the violence.
Why the brutality.
I'll talk about that. Thank you. Till later. Bye-bye.